Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as King of God. In previous episode, we start another war against Portugal, which is going fairly well. They do still have some troops down here. They did manage to siege down some of the areas that we got from Songhai, but we are de-sieging those now. And we also got the Zhatelier thing, which means that we're making over 700, almost 800 ducats from trade alone now, which is it's a pretty good amount, I will say. Of course, part of that is because we've got a whole lot of stuff occupied in here, but still, it's not bad at all. I do actually wonder, so the Portuguese do still have a coastline over there. It does complicate things a little bit, but we are going to be taking a whole lot of land from them nonetheless, which is going to be a bit costly in terms of, well, monarch points. What I suppose I could do is I could do a bit of development in the meanwhile. Mostly on things that are somewhat cheap. Try to get to the next sort of build slot, essentially, most of them. Or at least an approximation of that. Oh, there we go, that's quite a bit already. And we conquer another... Oh, right, we are capturing a bit of ships over here, are we? Oh, no, we're actually getting... Oh, no, yeah, no, we are. We might lose a ship or two. But the enemy is also taking quite a bit... Oh, dear, we just lost one of our leaders. But at least our ship... Oh, wow, actually, yeah, did we... No, we did lose a few ships. I suppose we captured quite a few replacement galleys there. Let's go and bring this one back. Let's see if we can't get a bit better general, perhaps. Preferably a sea general. Well, he's got one siege, but it's 6201. So not exactly ideal, but it'll do. Ooh, there we go, we got another siege sorted out there. So how is Ethiopia looking like? They still got a lot of troops overall. But beyond that, they're not that strong. Where's their... Oh, capital is over there in Harar. They still got a lot of troops in here. So we may need to bring in one more army into the scene. Like this one, for example. Just move about. We do have the fort in Vazan. So that will slow down any enemy movements around here, at least somewhat. Or contain them for a while. Oh, Naxon's being seized down. You know what? We'll let them get to the fort over here. Which they will seemingly do. They do have a bit of a manpower advantage here, though. Let's go and attack them. We can still get the defensive bonus there. Even though they will have the numbers advantage for sure. But, we've got... Oh dear, we've got a bit of a rebellion down there. Okay, let's go and deal with that rebellion first. Oh, they actually decided not to enter the combat because they were getting, well, not quite stack wiped. But they were taking a lot of casualties nonetheless. Let's go ahead and move these about a little bit. Let them split up a little bit. I mean, we've got the forts over here blocking them getting into Egypt. So there's at least that. We need to deal with that rebellion down south. And of course, this general with a siege pip could potentially... You know what? I'm just going to send this one through the Spanish territories and maybe go to Egypt or something. Why are the French troops in here? Are the French fighting? No, the French are not in that war. Just chilling over here in Portugal. Oh, well, the rebellion did manage to seize down the province. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. We'll get it sorted out, though. It's just right now, of course, the fort will not be completed. There we go, that rebellion is going to be dealt with. We'll just need to de-siege that. Did we manage to get... Oh, yeah, we got the extra galley over here. I'm just going to go ahead and send in the galley fleet down here. And probably send the light ships over here in Lisbon. Oh, there we go. That's finally another fort siege down. We'll bring this a bit closer to the front line, at least. And now we can go ahead and send this one back to Egypt. They're kind of spreading out the troops in here. They still have a lot. Oh, right. Lithuania is also fighting the Ethiopians. And not all of them are in that war, are they? No, it's just Turkey and Ethiopia. And Turkey is... not really a problem. There we go. So they are moving in there. I'm probably going to go ahead and move my troops in to join on that combat. Or start another one afterwards. I don't know if there can be two combats going on at the same time. No, probably not. Well, we caught that Brittany army at least. Hey, and there we go. Marrakesh has been seized down. Let's go ahead and continue on with the sieging then. And Ethiopia is still surprisingly willing to be in the war. Because we haven't taken their capital or anything like that. Not yet. Because we will be sending a bit more troops down to Egypt soon enough, I reckon. Also, let's go and build some more counting houses. Oh, yeah, there's some pretty good places for the counting... Well, at least 2 pretty good places for the counting houses. Any good manufactory still? I mean, Kiev's not too bad. Gorizia is not too bad. I guess Sergio will probably do, and... Zhatelier. Let's go and siege down Dongola. Actually, we can go back to Beja. Hey, there we go. Capture even more ships. Some of our fleets are getting somewhat battered right now, to be fair. We'll probably want to get this fleet back into here. We can combine these 2. So the galley fleet is back in full strength. Let's go ahead and park this in the coast of Morocco, I suppose. There seems to be a lot of fights right there. I suppose we can also get an army to siege down another province over here. There we go, we'll capture Haha. Now let's move to Sus. And that's another province siege down in here. So to get to Harar, I suppose we could technically just go along the coastline. It might not be the easiest, but it's doable. There we go, Dongola siege down. Either one of these have siege ships? Actually, Dundersi does. I'll see down Luster. Oh dear, Alberta has died. We can just about recruit another general before he enters into hostile lands. 4110. Not quite the generals I was hoping for, but I suppose it's still better than nothing. So if we hadn't had a golden era, we could actually have another one right now. Of course, we won't be able to have the parliament. Oh, actually, let's have a look at the... right, we don't have any of the special ones here. But there's a loyal shopship, that's actually going to be good. That's going to keep the Latin Empire happy. Artillery damage from back rows, really good. Unrestricted conquest could be somewhat handy. Naval engagements could be useful. Improved force marches is also very handy. Napoleonic warfare for the extra artillery levels versus forts. That is good. And then the anti-revolutionary zeal. Limited aside from subject development. Ooh, yeah, that could be actually really good. Because the Latin Empire, they've got a bit of development. Oh, there's also the Malta forts. We could build up now. Sure. We can spend a bit of, well, a whole lot of money, actually, to get that immediately done. Could even start working on the next level. Sure. Not going to be able to spend enough money to complete that quite yet, but we have a fairly good income. We'll get that done soon enough. And that probably means that the war score cost of the peace deal with Ethiopia should then be reduced, right? Slightly. Not necessarily going to go for any more territory than this right now, though, because overextension is going to be a issue. Otherwise, don't suppose we can move through that now, so we're going to have to wait in here, or just, you know what, yeah, we'll probably just wait there. Let's get to Ifni. Oh, and this one, ah, no, we don't have it. Well, we can still start sieging down Dra. That's actually going to be quite easy siege. No, we're going to go ahead and move in the army to Tafilet to help that siege. That doesn't seem to be going anywhere yet. And then let's go ahead and upgrade the... spend some money on the Malta forts. Get that sorted out. Let's get this one in the vicinity. They've still got the 7,000 army there. They also got quite a bit of stuff around Ethiopia. Not too bad yet. We might go ahead and just use the artillery barrage to speed up the siege of Luster. Oh, and Portugal? No. We've got aspirations for something much, much larger. Ethiopia is now medium enthusiasm. They're not quite there yet to give up, but they're totally getting closer. Right, and that's hopefully going to be done soon. The fort down there. We've still got some culture conversions underway. We've got quite a few sieges going on, and we're spending a lot of manpower on this war. No denying that. Let's go ahead and spend the money. Actually, we can spend 5 sets of cash immediately. Hey, there we go. Siege of Dra was only 73 days. That's not bad. Actually, no, we can't move further south. Well, we could move in from here, capture that 7,000 army. There we go. So they've still got quite a bit of troops in here. Hey, there we go. That's the army stack wiped. Wait, so are these... No, that's protecting trade. We can take off the heavy ships from there, I suppose. And also, I suppose, the light ships as well. Which perhaps... Right, I wanted to upgrade these. Well, actually, before we do that, combine all of these into one and upgrade the ships. It's only 12 ships that need upgrading, actually. Might be mostly the heavy ships. I do actually wonder, so just out of curiosity, I can't declare myself as a hegemon more than once, or into multiple categories, but I do wonder if I would be even close to becoming the naval hegemon. Probably not. Military hegemon would have to have a lot larger army. We could have another 10,000 men, though. I'll give you orders to start automatically seizing down some of the regions down there in the south. And I suppose this army could probably just walk along the coastline and help start seizing, or fighting some of the armies in here, essentially. Would be the ideal situation. Our fleet is, yeah, it's actually on the move again. And there we go, that's another province needs down. I suppose we'll just go ahead and send one of these to Zhatelier already, so we can... Oh, right, that's 5 ships that we just sank here. Excellent. I do actually wonder, there's light ships, none of these are repairing, no. So I'm going to go and just protect trade. Actually, where do I want to go for? Could go for Safi. Ivory Coast might be a little bit far away. Would be handy, but far away. We've got plenty of ships already in Sevilla. That would be probably a bit of a... we could send these to Aleppo, actually. We're transferring some of the trade power already from there. Let me just double check that we transfer it correctly. Yes, we are, okay. So, yeah, 88 ducats going from Alexandria to Genoa. So, how much are we making there? 750 ducats. Decent amount. New trade research is heretical. We're going to afford losing a bit of prestige. Let's get that one to Aksum. Just siege down a few more things in the meanwhile. Oh, protection of commerce. So for 10 years, light ship combat ability goes up and trade steering goes up. I mean, sure. I'm okay with that. Portugal, no. I've got my own plans. But I don't think you're quite ready for the peace deal that I'm not going to be offering. Alright, yeah, Austria-Hungary is going to be sieging down some of the things in here. But most of the things are at least going to be going for us. Let's just go ahead and go to Butana. Just so that we can siege down at least some of that ourselves. Hey, there we go. Fazan's been converted. We can assign that to the trade company. And also, I suppose... Oh, wait, no. We're still building the fort in Malta, aren't we? It is going to be now done in January. We'll spend the last bit of money, so that's going to be completed. So that's going to be another... More score cost versus other religions. Also more attrition down there for the province itself. It's going to be well defended. Does that then mean that the Ethiopia peace deal is actually... Yeah, it's only 90 or 85 war score now. It was, I think... it was probably 100 earlier. Then we went down to like 90... Well, actually, like close to 100. Down to 90 and now 85. With the levels of that. So it's still quite a bit. Hey, there we go. Siege of Aksum completed. Those are going across the strait. Ooh, let's actually get and siege down that. Motion call for trade protection war. Against who? I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm going to take the Anderson Prestige hit though. Because I know that if we don't build, or if we don't have the trade protection war, then we're just going to have massive penalties anyway. And I don't think we're going to be quite ready for something like that. There we go. That's at least one of the sieges done. Hey, Zhatelier is finally sieged down. Now we can start pushing further. On the bright side, Portugal's probably going to be having a whole lot of devastation after this war. We've got some reinforcements heading down here. I suppose this one could actually get to Alza. Oh, they're sieging down the fort already in there. Okay. Let's go to Semyon. In Ethiopia, still medium enthusiasm. Well, there we go. Tajura is being sieged down. So now we control half of the crossing point over here. And Tuach, which is the one of the entry points over here. Did we... Right, so we siege down these. I guess we can just push forward. Head towards Timbuktu. They've got a bit of troops down here. But we've luckily now got the forts down in the central Sahara. passage there, so that should make it a little bit easier for us. Oh, and there we go. They're trying to siege it down. Of course, that does stop the conversion of the province, mind you, but they are going to take a whole lot of attrition in here, and they don't actually have enough troops even to siege it down right now. How much is the attrition? 1.5. Okay, so it's not that much. But yeah, there's no progress. Okay, now they are able to siege it down slightly. Hey, there we go. Siege of Semyon done. I guess we can go around that way. Let's start, let's get that to siege down. Hooray. The sooner we siege down the Ethiopian capital, the sooner we can probably get our peace deal done. Ah, we're about max admin points right now. Oh boy. That wasn't what I expected to happen. I mean, suppose... We could, in theory... Oh, actually, let's upgrade the fort in Milan first of all. What I'm thinking, actually, where do we have the development? I'm thinking increasing the infrastructure level somewhere. For example, Genoa could be somewhat useful to get our level in there. So what could we actually build there now? We could get a soldier household. I don't know if it's going to be a whole lot of troops, though. We could get the training fields, but that wouldn't really be that much either. The naval battery would seem a bit of a waste. We'd get a state house. No, we'll get a state house in there, sure. We've already got the manufacturer in there, is the thing. But yeah, so that's... actually, let's have a look at the development map mode. As per usual, Germany, or the HRE, is pretty highly developed. Of course, Italy is not bad either. It's not quite as high as most of the HRE, though. Britain seems to be doing fairly nicely. There's some good stuff in Iberia as well. Then Greece and... well... I suppose mostly around Constantinople is a pretty good area there. India's got some decent areas. There's quite a bit of development over here in China. Korea is really highly developed. Japan's got some decent development. And then how's America looking like? I mean, not that great. There's some decent locations, but a lot of them aren't particularly high development right now. Yeah, we're seizing down a bit more lands down here in Western Africa. Which actually, which one of these? No, it's the other army. Yeah, that one's got the siege pips. So that might have to go to help with Timbuktu. Let's do that. And can we? Yeah, we can go around to Tatmeka. And there we go. We siege down Alza. I don't suppose. Well, we're already going for Angot, so... Oh, yeah, there we go. Finally got Luster siege down. We'll wait for a little bit to get the troops around. All the enemies are now on the move. I guess we can get to Gondar. And are the... Oh, Ethiopians are low enthusiasm now. Not quite ready for this sort of peace deal. I could potentially take slightly less territory. I kind of want to get this territory from them. Although, actually, it would take slightly less. Because if we look at the Portuguese peace deal, that's going to be... Oh, that's a lot of overextension. That might be a bit too much overextension, actually. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the amount of provinces that we take. I do still want to cut off the border between Portugal and Spain over here. You could take maybe something like that. So it's not quite as drastic. It's still going to be a whole lot, though. And then Ethiopia is going to be the 20% also, maybe. Which they are not willing to... No, 40% actually. Okay, if we take it slightly less there, that would be 28. If we take it... that would be only 19%. Of course, what we could do is have them release nations. For example... They have... Well, actually, that wouldn't be too bad, or too much. Most of these are actually fairly small nations by the looks of it. But also would be okay, I suppose. Maybe if we take that coastal province and then release that. That would then allow us to capture that later on in a peace deal. Or, you know, a different war. Okay, so we've still got a bit of work to do on this war. We'll get to it eventually, though. Some more, and that Mega's been sieged down. Let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, okay. I guess we'll wait here until Timbuktu's been sieged down. We've got a fairly good siege progress in there, though, already, so I'm not too concerned about it. Hey, there we go, siege down Gondar. Ah, we lost the Admiral down here in the Red Sea. Let's go out and hire a new one. 2440. It's not too bad. And we can get our first ability. We're going to go for the Liber Desire in same continent subjects. That's going to reduce the Liber Desire of Latin Empire quite drastically. Then, of course, once we can get the development reduction there as well, that's going to be quite handy. How's the... let's actually have a look. The placated rule is 44%, so we may still need to do that every now and then, but less than what we've been doing thus far to keep them still somewhat happy. Oh, there we go. Siege down in Wallow. I guess we'll go to Ankober. And Ethiopia, are you still not willing to take the peace deal? No, you're still not willing to take the peace deal. What if we don't peace out, they'll release a nation, and if we don't take that province either? No, still not. And that's just 5 provinces that you'd be ceding me. You're still not willing to take that. How far are we, though? I mean, it's still a little bit. I suppose once we get Herrera siege down, let's just do the artillery barrage there to speed things up. They're bound to be, you know, a bit more willing to take the peace deal soon enough. Ah, we're still maxing out on admin points here. No, Portugal. No, 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 no. You just don't get it, do you? It looks like the Ethiopian side of things. I mean, they've still got some troops here. I'm just going to park an army over here to Jura. Oh, and there we got Ankober siege down. I don't suppose we can't really... Well, actually, might be able to get over here into Shiva. That's 100,000 men sieging down a province at Demot. It's a level 6 fort. It is in Highlands, but that's still not a whole lot. Oh, they've just finally managed to siege down the fort down here. Well, I'm not too concerned about it, to be fair. I do actually wonder... Latin Empire, can I put you into... I could probably go for aggressive for you. And then Augsburg. You're going to be on the siege things duty. Yeah, they're sieging down another province. That was building... Oh, that's the manufactory. Okay, well, that's going to be delayed a little bit then. Alright, we'll siege down Shiva. We can't push it any further than this right now. Not until we siege down another province. Oh, we maxed out on admin points. Alright then, let's go ahead and do a bit of development real quick. There we go. That should keep us going for a little bit longer until we can get a truce with the Ethiopians, which, again, I'm pretty sure they are not that far off from actually accepting it. Right, they are starting to siege down for Zan. Did we get an army in here? No, not yet. I thought... yeah, no, we did actually go through one of the armies. That's the one, or one of the armies in here now. I'm going to go ahead and move that one back to Egypt. I haven't seen a whole lot of the Portuguese colony armies anymore. Or their fleets, for that matter. But I think they are probably disloyal by now. Partially because, you know, Portugal's getting beaten back pretty hard. Oh, yeah. They're starting to form alliances. I honestly wouldn't mind supporting independence after the war. Like, especially someone like Brazil. Let's go and start improving... Oh, no, I can't improve relations with you now. Well, I suppose it makes sense. No, improving while at war. No, Truce of Songhai, and the allies of theirs have ended. Oh, there we go. Latin Empire's been moving through here. Oh, right, they're going after the small army there. Oh, we did capture, or catch another fleet here. They've got their flagship there. Ah, we captured it. Well, 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 what do we get? Oh, it's a 2-decker, okay. I'm just going to go ahead and send this one back to the fort over here, start repairing. Portugal is still wanting to get a peace deal. I'm not willing to give them a peace deal yet. Not quite yet, anyway. Right, so Ethiopia, how we're looking over there? Yeah, they're still not willing to give a peace deal. Well, if we don't take the inland provinces there and just go along the coastline here. Okay, well, we could take these 4 provinces. Honestly, I'm okay with that. That's 16% overextension. We can live with that. Get those cores underway to spend a bit of admin points, really. And then get these troops. I suppose one of these is definitely going to be going up to Libya. We'll probably leave Kazoo down here somewhere to do some rebel suppression, and then another one's going to go into Egypt. And also, I suppose we should probably go and get that extra 10,000 man army over here sorted out so we can get all the armies to be the same size once more. How's the... Yeah, they still have, technically speaking, manpower advantage. But most of that is the colony, or a good chunk of that is the colonies. So honestly, we can probably... okay, Portugal is not willing to take the peace seal yet, although it's not too far off. Admittedly, I think we are going to have to reduce the... Oh, okay, so if we don't take that one, they would take the peace deal. That would still be a whole lot of overextension, though. How much do we have again? The 16.6, so I guess we can go for, like, if we don't want to go over 100, we'd go to 83%. But no beyond that. I do kind of want all of that. If we don't take that fort, that would still be enough. That would be a painful one to re-siege, though, so perhaps we'll, that's going to cause so much, problems in here. I guess we'll just, yeah, just leave that fort be there. I don't want to have a huge border goal. A little bit is fine, but not a huge one. Actually, oh, hold on a minute. Well, you know what? No, it's mostly 2,600 ducats. Or actually, if we go for no money, instead release some nations, like Morocco. That might be too much. Yeah, they're not willing to take that one quite yet. Oh, actually, if I don't take these are going to be more expensive by liberation. Okay, I wonder, can I switch that one? Ooh, I could switch these two around, so I'll still have the fort. Portugal would be taking, or Morocco would be taking a bit more land. Another one, of course, would be to, I don't know, who could we release perhaps instead? Oh, it's only Portugal that has cores on some of these areas. So the Moroccans have lost a lot of the cores already. Okay, so, releasing Morocco, it would be still kind of handy, to be fair. That'd be one less, or a bit less stuff for us to worry about. So we'll keep the war going for now. They've got the army in there. Oh, and Nubian company is available now. It gives us a bit more time to maybe core a few more provinces. Well, at least the coring, get the coring underway. It's going to be 3 years until we've got the cores done. So it might take a bit too long. Hey, there we go. Timbuktu siege is done. Took a while. Let's just go... Actually, which one of these is... Well, you know what? The Swiss Guard is going to go down south and start sieging the province here. And then we can start sieging down a few more areas down here in the meanwhile. We've got the troops heading into Libya that will be taking care of the army sieging down Fezzan. So I'm not too concerned about that. It's just going to take a little while. We could also go ahead and set these back into port. That's going to save us a bit of sailors. Although we're still gaining sailors, oddly enough. Or funnily enough. Are the French still... Right, they're fighting their war, but they are able to go through here. Really. Which I guess good for them. Hey, there we go. That's another province siege down. Right, Portugal. You're still not... Oh, you would actually take the peace deal. Okay, if I was to take that one, that would be 88. That's a lot of... Could maybe take either that one. Or how much would that be? That would actually still be just below 100. They would not take that peace deal. You know what? I'll just take this. So we lost nearly 500,000 men our side total. Most of that attrition. And their side lost, well, 230,000. Yeah, so that's a lot of land gained in here. Let's get all the cores underway. That's a lot of points. But then we can turn that into a fairly effective trade company down here as well. We'll probably need to do another war against the Spanish as well. Not immediately, but somewhere down the line. They are allied to the Emperor right now. Of course, if we get France to help, we'd have a massive advantage. Right, which one can we... Ah, right, there's... Oh, right. Which one of these trade companies do I actually want to upgrade? I suspect that it might actually be best to upgrade... oh, well, Tangiers. I suppose we can't upgrade that yet because we're not part of the trade. We could add that to the trade company already, mind you. Which does give us the option to upgrade that. Because that's the first trade center of trade over here that we have. Could even upgrade this to a level 3. You know what? Sure. There we go. I do actually wonder, if we have a look at the trade companies, so Iberian trade company, we got 17, lacking support. Sure, we'll spend a bit of ducats. Oh, right, colonial castles belly against the Portuguese, but Spain, we are going to start building a bit of spy network in you right now. And with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.